Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem design parking system and the problem number is 1603. Alright guys, so first of all what we are going to do, we are going to clearly understand what this problem say. After that we are going to move to the logic part, we are going to see how we can solve this problem. And after that we are going to move to the implementation part, we are going to implement our logic in C++, Java and Python programming language. Fine guys, now let's see what this problem say, right? So let's understand this problem statement in detail. So problem says design a parking system for a parking lot. So basically we have to design something, right? So here we have to design parking system, and for what? For parking load. The parking load has three kind of parking space: big, medium and small. So let's make three parking space, right? So this is for big, this is for medium, and this is for small. Fine. Now there is a with a fixed number of slot for each size. So that means if I label it big, if I label it a medium, I label it small. So now we have given a with fixed number of slot for each size. That means fixed number of car can be parked in big space, fixed number of car can be parked in medium space, and fixed number of car can be parked in small space. Alright, now this is implement the parking system class. So now there is a class name with the parking system. We have to implement this particular class, which is going to perform some function, right? So the one function which is nothing but a constructor parking system, right? It's gonna take a three parameter big, medium, and small. So we have three argument, right? Now big, medium, small. So initialize a object of parking system class. The number of slot for each parking space are given as a part of constructor. So basically, guys, what it says whenever this constructor is gonna call, that means whenever we are gonna create an object, so this constructor is gonna call, right? And this is gonna give us three value big, medium, and small. So what we have to do basically, we have to we can say initialize, or we have to tell that this big, whatever the value of big, that let's say this constructor is going to call with a 3, 4 and 5, right? Or let's say 6. So this is the value of big, this is medium, this is small, right? So basically what it tells us that three car can park in big space, four car can park in a medium space, and six car can park in a small space, right? So basically this constructor will tell us that how many car we can park in big, medium or small space. After that there is one function add car, which return type is boolean. That means it is going to return true or false, and this is going to take only one parameter, that is car type. That means car type, right? Check whether there is a parking space of car type for that car that want to get into a parking lot. So first of all we have to check whether we can park this car who has this particular car type or not. After that, car type can be three kind: big, medium, small, which are represented by 1, 2 and 3. So let's say guys, this function called like this: add car with the value 2. So what basically this means, 2 means nothing but medium, and 1 means nothing but big, and 3 means nothing but small. So if it come like this, so we have to check whether we can park one car in a medium space or not, right? A car can only park in a parking space of its car type. So basically if it is 2, and if we could not able to park in medium space, so it doesn't mean that we have to park in small or big space if there is space left. No, we can only park in the medium space if there is space, otherwise we don't park it, right? So if there is no space available, return false, else park the car in size space and return true. So guys, if we are able to park a car in this space, medium space, so we are going to return true, otherwise we are going to return false, right? And the same rule going to apply for big and small space as well, right? So function called with like this one. So if we are able to park one car in this small space, then we have to return true, otherwise we have to return false, right? So now guys, let's see the example here. So here you can see 1, 1, 0, right? So that means big is nothing but 1, and medium is nothing but 1, and small is nothing but 0, right? So that means in big space we can park one car, medium space also we can park one car, and in small space we cannot park a single car, right? Now they're going to call a function, right? So that function they call with the first one car type. That means we want to park one big car, right? So can we park in a one car in a big space? Yes, because there's a we can say still one car left, right? Because big is equal to 1, that means we can park one car, right? So we can say, right, we can park, we are going to return true, and after that we're going to make it decremented by 1. We're going to say now 0. Why? Because we have already parked one car and there was only space for one car only, right? After that there's called one more function they're calling with a car type 2. So can we park one car in a medium space? Yes, there is also we can park, so we're going to make it 0 and we're going to return true. After that, it's going to call a function with a car type 3. Can we park one car in small space? No, because heat is already 0, right? So there is no space for parking any car. So we can say it false. Then they're going to call a function add car with a car type 1. So can we park now in a big space? No, there was only one space, right? And we have already parked one car. Now how we can park one more car? There's no space, right? So we're going to return false. So this was the basically problem statement. I hope you understood the problem statement. If I want to summarize it, so basically we are given a three parking space: big, medium, and small, right? And we're going to design, we can say class. We're going to create a class parking system, and in that first constructor is going to tell us that how many car we can park in big space, in medium space, and small space. After that, one function is going to asks us that whether we can park this particular car type in this particular car space. If car type is 1, that means whether we can park one car in a big space, whether we can park a medium car, or we can say one car in medium space if car type is 2, and if car type is 3, that means whether we can park a car in small space or not, right? So basically, this is basically a problem statement. I hope you understood the problem statement. Now let's move to the logic part, see how we can solve this problem, right? So let's write a logic. So let's write a logic now. And what is the logic? Simple. The first step is going to be nothing but create a map, hash map, or we can say dictionary in Python, right? So we are gonna say key is not gonna be nothing but one for big. So it's gonna store the value that how many big car we can park. So here you can see big, we are getting constructor one only, right? After that, we're gonna say two. Two is gonna contain how many medium car we can park, right? So it is gonna be one only. Three is zero, right? You can see in the constructor we have this value, right? Once this is done, now we are gonna say if this is a car add car function is going to call with car type 1, right? So we are going to first of all, second step, first of all we are going to get the value of this particular key with respect to this key, right? So here we are going to get value 1, right? So we're going to check if value is 0. What does this mean? We can say simply return false. Why it is so? Because if value is 0, that means we can't park a single car, right? If value is 0, we have to return false, right? So but if it is value is 1, that means what we have to do, if value is 1, so we can say we can park it, right? Or not value 1, we could say value is not equal to 0, that means if this condition false, so we can say else, right? If this is not 0, that means we are going to come in else condition where value could be anything, but it should be greater than 1, right? So if else, we're going to say first of all decrement this by 1 and then return true. So it is going to return true, that is sure, and it is going to decrement by 1, so minus equal to 1. So how this is going to work, let's see. Add car function called with the car type 1 first of all. So we're going to say get the value, this is 1, all right? So it is not equal to 0, so it's going to come in else condition, and we're going to decrement it by 1, so it's going to be 1 minus 1 0, and we're going to return true. So here you can see we have true, right? After that, it called add car function with car type 2. So we are going to get the value of that 2 with respect to 2 key, so we which is nothing but 1 again, so it is not equal to 0. We are going to come in else condition, we are going to decrement by 1 and return true. Here you can see output 2. After that, add core function is called with the car type 3. So we're going to get the value with respect to 3 key, that is 0. So it's going to come in if condition, it's going to return false. After that, car type 1. So here again, we're going to get the value with respect to key 1, that is 0. So it's going to come in first condition and it's going to return false. Simple basic logic. I hope guys you understood this logic, right? It is a simple logic, basic logic. Now let's move to the implementation part and see how we can implement this logic in C++, Java, and Python programming language. Fine guys, I am with a browser, right? So now what we can do, first of all, I'm with the Python, guys. First of all, let me tell you that I have already solved with C++, Java, and Python, and for today only, just I have forgot to, we can say, start the recording, right? So now I'm gonna do again. So here first of all I could say self dot carmack, this is my dictionary, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to say for 1 is going to be nothing big, for 2 is going to be nothing but medium, and 3 is not is going to be nothing but small, right? So we have initialized a dictionary, or you could say hash map or anything if you use C++ Java. After that, what you're going to do, you're going to say for 1, that means for big, how many car we can park, that is nothing but big. For 2, how many car we can park, that is nothing but tell us by medium. For 3, how many car we can park small space, that is a 10, that is tell us by small variable, right? Once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to check it. Here first of all, you are going to find a value that is going to be nothing but self dot car map, and here we can say car type, right? All right, so once this is done, we are going to say if value is 0, then return directly false, right? In our logic part we have already seen. But if it is not equal to 0, then what you are going to do, you are going to say first of all self dot car map, decrement it by 1, right? So car type minus equal to 1, and after that you can simply return true. Now let's run this code and see whether it's working fine or not. And it is just a 4 line of code, right? So here you can see the test case accepted. So let's try to submit this code as well. So I hope it will also get submitted, right? So you can see guys, it also got submitted. Now let's move to the C++. So what we are going to do in C++, first of all, we are going to create one hash map or another map. So another map, here it work int and int, and here we are going to give a name dictionary, or you can say car map only, right? It's quite relatable. So what we are going to do, we are going to say car map dot we can say for 1 is going to be nothing but equal to big, right? And we can say copy this line and paste it, and here again paste it. So here we can say small, and here we can say medium, right? And here it's car type 1 is nothing but equal to 2, is equal to 3. Once we initialize our hash map, or we can say another map, here what we are going to do, we are going to get a value which is nothing but equal to car map of car type, all right? And here we can see if value is equal to 0, so we can simply return false, right? Not true. After that, if it is not equal to 0, then what we are going to do, we are going to first of all decrement it, right? So car map of car type is going to decrement by 1, and after that you can simply return true, right? Once this is done, let's try to run this code and see whether it's working fine or not, and I hope it will work fine, right? So let's see. It's taking a lot of time, and I got an error. Why? Because I forgot to use a semicolon here. Let's run this code now, and let me make a space here, and I hope it will get accepted. You can see it accepted, right? So let's try to submit this code, and let's move to then, if it's submitted, then we will move to the Java. And why taking so much time? I don't know why, right? It got submitted, right? Here you can see. Now let's move to the Java programming language, that is the last programming language for implementation. So here we are going to do nothing but we are going to create first of all map. So map integer, and here the value is also going to be integer data type, and name we are going to give car map, right? Let's write this. Once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to say if, or we can initialize right here. So we can say first of all car map, and here we can say is equal to new hash map, right? Once we have initialized this hash map, what we are going to do, we are going to say car map dot put. On key 1 you have to put big, car map dot put. On key 2 you have to put small, medium, car map put. Here what we are going to do, we are going to put for 3 we are going to put small, right? Once this is done, we are going to say get out the value. So int value is nothing but going to be car map dot get this car type. Once we are got a value, we are going to check if value is equal to 0, simply return false, don't do anything, right? If it is not equal to 0, then you have to say car map dot put this car type, and here we have to decrement value by 1, right? So we can say value minus minus value, right? Here we can simply return true after that. Let's run this code and see whether it's also working fine or no. I hope it should work, right? So let's see. First of all, you can see test case pass. So let's try to submit this code as well, and by this we have successfully solved with C++, Java and Python, right? So let's see whether it's get submitted. Yeah, you can see that it also got submitted. So we have successfully implemented our logic in C++, Java and Python, and we have seen the implementation part, logic part, and the problem understanding as well. So guys, if you have any kind of doubt in any of these section, problem understanding, logic part, and implementation part, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you. And if you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.